Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Rangers. Yeah, go for it.
Well, thank you. Well, first of all, let me apologize for being late. Because I had an emergency here. I think I called my colonel principal down and said he had to say it. My general person, he had to say it. When you talking about that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
General Ranger could not be here today. Oh,
His wife took ill. He was in DC en route here, and he got a call from his wife. She took ill, so he had to go home to Colorado and could not be here. So he apologized, but he was on the phone. So.
Good evening. My name is Colonel Larry Rothfuss. I'm the commander of the dental activity here at Fort Bragg. And as you heard, or maybe not heard well, Major General Granger was to be the keynote speaker tonight. Ironically, not only did his wife take ill, but she was ill because of a toothache. I'm not kidding about that. She developed an abscess yesterday, so her husband had to return home. Now, we've really had a run of terrible weather here in the local area. And I think for about the last month or so, it's rained almost every single day. And about 2 weeks ago, we had the change of command at Fort Bragg. We had a change of the installation commander. It was a 3-star general. And they decided to take the risk of having the ceremony outdoors. And we got about 10 minutes into the ceremony, and the clouds burst. And as the ceremony was in the course of this speech, the new general was reading his speech, and it literally was getting washed off the podium. And he said, "Wait, I didn't memorize this." And it created a real awkward pause. And from the rear of the audience, a young second lieutenant ran out with his backpack, pulled out in the backpack a dry copy of the general's speech, and put an umbrella over the general's head. And the ceremony continued without missing a beat. Now we'll jump forward to yesterday morning, and I know about half the audience is military, but it was 6:30 in the morning, and we had physical training yesterday morning, and I was lined up and I saw Colonel Knox there. And it was raining. Colonel Knox said, "Well, you know, General Granger can't make it." So that's too bad. I know you've been planning this for a long time. He said, "Well, you're going to have to give the keynote speech." So I'm looking around for a second lieutenant that can hand me a speech. So, you know, if you look at the program, you'll see General Granger's bio in there. Mine isn't there, but the similarities are very few. He was in the Army, and I'm still in the Army. And that's the end of our similarities. But, you know, let's turn our attention towards Colonel Knox and this great day for him and the Knox family. Behind every great man, there's a great woman. And Brenda, you did beautifully with your presentation. And Mr. Knox, Mrs. Knox, I'm sure you're very proud of your son and all the great things he's done. And I want to thank the Knox family for this fun event and inviting all of us here tonight to celebrate this event with you. All the guests you have that traveled from very far, it's a testament to the love they have for you, and they're extending their congratulations to you on this milestone of a military career. I remember my promotion to colonel. We had it in my living room, in my quarters. So this is really nice. And to the Central Elements Band, just beautiful music, just to really enjoy the show. Now Brenda was able to give a chronological history of Lee's military career. But he's much more than just a military dentist. Many of you may not have realized that while he was in dental school at Ohio State, he had his first chance at deployment. He was actually pulled out of the Ohio State Dental School, where he deployed not as a dentist, but as an infantry officer supporting a transportation unit. So not only does he understand Army dentistry, but he understands the total Army, serving in a transportation unit not once but twice, and commanding at that level too. And then later, also commanding as a dental officer. He served predominantly in the reserves, so he understands the reserves quite well. And then he can round it all out by being on active duty as a dental officer. And soon, later this month, he will be grooming himself to take over the largest dental clinic at Fort Bragg as the officer in charge of that clinic. So we have great faith and judgment on the medical clinic. The Army seems to be at a crossroads now. It's in a period of change. After a dozen years of persistent conflict, we're preparing to draw down from Afghanistan, and with that comes some changes with our military. As it shrinks, the Army shrinks. We're going to be going from about 580,000 soldiers to 490,000 soldiers. And so some soldiers will be leaving, many voluntarily, some not. But only the best will be staying and remaining in, and Colonel Knox will be leading many of their soldiers who remain. Another important aspect of our Army is it parallels the secular world. And in the Army, we tend to be a traditional, relatively conservative organization. Currently, there's the transition of allowing females to join all branches and to serve in all units within the Army and Navy and Air Force. And soon you may see females serving in Special Forces units, Army Rangers. They already serve in the airborne units right here at Fort Bragg. Another change that's coming on, and perhaps with some controversy, and it's taken several years to analyze it, is the changes brought on by different genders, LBGT, and all the special issues that involves. That they're now welcomed within the ranks. With the Defense of Marriage Act, same-sex couples can now live in Army housing together. They can enjoy commissary privileges. They enjoy benefits as a heterosexual couple. Quite a change from what it may have been 10 years ago, when those individuals may not have been welcomed, not only in the Army, but in all branches of the service. So the Army is changing. Also at Fort Bragg, as the Army shrinks, the 4th Brigade of the Combat Team of the 82nd Airborne will be shrinking, and will be eliminating units not only at Fort Bragg, but at other force comms or fighting force installations. So the Army will be shrinking and adapting. And as we face some of these issues, we do that based upon 7 values. And these are called the Army values. And many things in the Army have acronyms. Helps you to remember that, but we remember it through an acronym called leadership. LDRSHIP. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And no matter what the situation is, what the problem may be, if you stick to the principles, you will be okay. And Colonel Knox, it's because you have those principles and you've stuck to those that you've been able to achieve a very high rank in the military. And it's because of what you've done in the reserves, in your private practice time, and now on active duty, that you've been selected for promotion to colonel. and is based on the potential to serve at the highest levels and to tackle tough issues, then you will do very, very well. So I want to congratulate you this evening. Thank you for your service to our country. Wish you the best to you and your family as you go forward, and wish you many years of success and happiness with the Army. Thank you.
The United States and repose special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Lieutenant Colonel Lee A. Knox, Jr. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, he is, therefore, promoted to Colonel. The effective date of promotion is 10 July 2013. The authority for this promotion is Section 624 of Title 10, United States Code. By order of the Secretary of the Army, signed, Randy J. Gillespie, Major GS, Chief of Officer Promotion Branch.
Excuse me. Excuse me.